Mito is sorting fish when other people start talking about Gon. Her 12-year-old nephew is trying to catch the monstrous master of the swamp at his feet, as was done 20 years ago by Mito cousin and Gon father, Ging. It is a seemingly impossible condition set by Mito, for she is reluctant to allow Gon to take the hunter role until Gon catch the fish and bring it to the harbor. To the amazement of the townspeople and the dismay of Mito, the night before Gon sets out, Mito tries to convince Gon not to pursue the exam and become like his father, but he replies by saying he wants to know why. His father prefers to be a hunter, so much so that he left his own son in other people's care. The next morning, Mito and her grandmother bid farewell after he shouted that he would be the best hunter. Gon is mocked by the ship's passengers, who are also going to the hunter exam site. He observes the applicants on board. Then he notices and helps Katsu, a crew member being bullied by his mates. Gon then tells the captain that a storm is coming. When the captain asks how he knows, he says that the seabirds flying above them are warning each other of a huge storm and confirms it by using sense of smell. The captain is suddenly reminded of someone while the storm rages. Nearly every exam applicant on the ship is seasick except for Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio. The captain summons them and asks for their reasons for taking the hunter exam. Gon quickly answers that he wants to know why his father chose to be a hunter. Leorio and Kurapika refuse to reveal theirs. The captain promptly tells them that he is hired to trim down the number of hunter exam participants before they reach the exam site. Thus, he can pass or fail them depending on their response. Kurapika reveals that he wants to be a blacklist hunter to catch the Phantom Troupe who annihilated his clan, the Kurta. Leorio wonders why Kurapika has to take the exam merely for revenge, to which Kurapika replies that a licensed hunter has unprecedented access to information and places, as well as the freedom to take actions that are otherwise forbidden. Leorio then states that he wants money and the comfort and luxury it brings, like huge fortune and free use of public amenities. Kurapika comments upon his statement and Leorio is ticked by Kurapika not properly addressing him, as Leorio said several times already. He insults the Kurapika clan in a disrespectful way. This sparks animosity between the two, and they go out to the deck to duel. Meanwhile, the crew members try to stabilize the ship, which tossed Katsu and is about to fall from it, which causes Leorio and Kurapika watching in horror when suddenly Gon jump out of the ship, catch Katsu, and the other two promptly catch Gon's legs. The captain is impressed with them, and he promises to bring them to the port nearest to the exam site. Upon reaching Dole Harbor, the captain tells Gon that going to the cedar tree at the top of the hill behind the city will lead them to the exam site. Gon relay the information to Kurapika and Leorio, and they look at the map. They learn that the cedar tree is in the opposite direction of Zebi, the city, at the hunter exam site. Leorio says that there is a bus that directly goes to the city. Gon chooses to go in the direction of the tree. Leorio bids goodbye as well and walks towards the bus stop when he overhears two senior applicants talking about how the bus ride is merely a trap for new applicants. Then Leorio joins the other two, and they reach a small desert town, Leorio Commons. There is nobody around there, but Gon plainly state that there are plenty of them. A group of masked people appear and block the way with the stage where an old woman sits. She tells them that they have to undergo the quiz in order to reach the cedar tree. She posts a riddle, requiring them to choose between two possible answers and giving the answer within 5 seconds. The three are taken aback by the question, for it is something that has no correct answer. Unfortunately, refusing to participate in the quiz will disqualify them from taking the exam. A scheming participant who overheard the conversation between the captain and Gon has followed the three and goes ahead to answer. The masked people let him by as he continued up the road. The old woman then poses a similar question to the three, angering Leorio even more when the time is up, and no one is given an answer. Leorio amberly grabs a wooden stick to hit the woman but is stopped by Kurapika. Kurapika tells Leorio to calm down, for he will waste the correct answer, which is silence. A door to a tunnel opens, and they are instructed to meet the navigators living in a house by the cedar tree. Upon reaching the cedar tree, they find the navigators, a couple being attacked by a shape-shifting creature, the Karakom. While Leorio tends to the wounded man, Gon and Kurapika goes after the Karakom, who kidnaps the woman. They're able to keep up with the Karakom, and Gon hits it with his fishing rod. The Karakom drops the woman and is saved by Kurapika, but he notices a tattoo on her arm and becomes wary of her real identity. Leorio comes running, stating that he has given the wounded man painkillers. Kurapika then attacked him. The fake Leorio turns out to be another Karakom in disguise and asks Kurapika how he knew. Kurapika states that even if he was Leorio, he would have still hit him for leaving a wounded person alone. The Karakom leaves, and Kurapika asks the woman who she really is. Meanwhile, Gon goes and loses sight of the Karakom momentarily. It then appears, and he follows it. He loses sight of it again. Then the Karakom jumps from a tree and corners Gon. Gon is about to be hit when he flatly says that the Kuriko is not the one he was pursuing. The Kuriko laughs hysterically and calls out his partner. The three applicants reunite, and the couple reveals themselves to the offspring of the two Kuriko. They passed the three due to their unique characteristics and flew them to the exam site. Gon, Leorio, and Kurapika, they arrive at Zaban City and go. Fascinated by the bustling selling and trading businesses there, they stop for a high-rise building. Stands the three, thinking if the exam site, the navigator, leads them to a small restaurant beside it. Instead, the navigator orders something from the chef, who tells them to go to the back room. The order turns out to be the password to the back room, which is actually an elevator that goes 100 floors underground to the tunnel where applicants wait. When they reach the tunnel, they are given identification numbers by B. Later, they are befriended by Tampa, also known as the Rookie Crusher. He tells them about the other applicants. The most notable is Hisoka, who merely killed an examiner from last year's examination. An applicant bumps into Hisoka without apologizing, and Hisoka does something that makes the applicant's arms disappear. Tampa then offers the three juices with laxatives. Gon and Leorio quickly detects that there is something wrong with the juice, saying that they might be expired already. Another rookie applicant, Killua, approaches Tampa and asks for another can of juice. He drinks it, then tells Tampa that the poison does not affect him. Satots, the first examiner, introduces himself and tells the participants to follow him through the tunnel as part of the first exam phase. The applicants have run continuously for 2 hours, covering a distance of over 30 kilometers from where they came from. Leorio starts to get exhausted, and he becomes irritated when he sees an applicant using his skateboard. He sees it as a mockery of the Hunter exam, but Gon defends the applicant, saying that the examiner just told them to follow him, not forbidding them to use whatever means. The applicant takes an interest in Gon and asks for Gon's age. Upon learning that they are of the same age, he jumps off and catches the skateboard with a maneuver, then starts running alongside Gon and introduces himself as Killua. Leorio, completely exhausted and covered in sweat, was on the verge of surrendering, and the rarity of rookies passing the exam was all the more affecting his enthusiasm. The urge to give up was approaching him until he looked at Gon, who had decided to wait until Leorio moved forward. Killua is waiting on Gon. He tells him to forget Leorio and let justice continue, but Gon does not move an inch, to Killua's incredulity. Leorio gains the motivation to catch up with the rest of the applicants and starts running even ahead of Gon and Killua. Satot starts increasing his pace when they reach 80 kilometers, marked by a long, wide staircase.
Take you